Fore! All right. Ball left! Ball left! Fore!
Welcome back, listeners, to episode 9, and we've changed our name, first and foremost. We are now no longer the Missing Links. That has been redistributed to a future series in which we will be golfing around some of the best links courses in the world. We'll start with the UK, then we'll branch out to the world. Ben is the Butcher's particularly interested in that one. But for now, we are Amateur Hour Golf Podcast, and I think it pretty much says what it is on the tin, and we'll move on from that now. But this is episode 9, and what is episode 9 about? Well, I'll tell you what episode 9 is about. It's about winter is coming. Winter golf is here. The weather's turning, especially if you're in the UK right now. It might be different for other parts of the world, and we want to know, and we want to discuss more explicitly what we think about winter golf. And I'll start with Matthew Lee. Sandy Lee, what is your worst feeling about winter golf? Talk to me.
It's the cold. It's wearing too many layers to swing freely. There's no free swing when you're wearing that many layers at 8 a.m. in the morning. You know, the coffee hasn't really hit yet.
Disclaimer, if you're feeling a bit depressed with the winter, don't listen to this, because Matty Lee's voice combined with this is just terrible.
It's depressing. I mean, winter golf is depressing.
Any vulnerable people should stop listening right now. Anyone unstable.
We know I don't
Sorry, Matt,
like
carry
it.
on.
No, it's okay. We know I don't like it. It's just not the same, is it? You know, there's no better feeling than going out in the sun, getting a tan, swinging free. There's just, for me, I mean, there might be some weirdos out there that quite like playing in the dark and the wet and the cold. It's not for me.
It's valid point, Matthew. I want a rebuttal now from the Butcher, Benjamin Bailey.
I've got to be honest. There's pros and cons to playing golf in the winter, and the cons, I think, speak for themselves. But there are pros, and I have to say, I don't think you can beat a winter morning. I don't think you can. When the sun's rising, the dew's still on the ground, it's misty, it's foggy, and from the shadows emerge 4 idiots with golf clubs. You know, I don't think it gets much better than that. Coffee on a cold morning. I think about a year ago, Matt, you and I played a winter round of golf at a course local to us, Hawkston Park. And I remember playing as the sun was coming up pretty much. It was that early. Yeah. And it was beautiful. And I don't think I've ever seen a course as beautiful as that. And that was February time. So there's definitely pros to be had playing in the winter. A bit cheaper, depending on where you play. We're here. So as the courses deteriorate a tiny bit, the fees get a bit cheaper, the courses are a bit quieter. So I think there's pros to be had. The cons are obvious. It's darker earlier. It's colder. It's wetter. People like Matt make you feel depressed. But it's Christmas time, you know. Looking forward to the Christmas special of the Amateur Hour Golf Podcast. That's going to be a fun one. Yeah, pencil that one in.
Someone's been some wrong cons.
But yeah, there's as many pros to winter golf as there are cons, I think.
Interesting. Nice.
That's my view.
I like it. Captain Hook, Edward Gibbs,
Hey.
join us.
I'll tell you what, one thing that frustrates me is just the soggy ground. So I find it hard enough to stand up as it is when it's summer and the ground's firm. But when it comes to winter and you're standing in a puddle trying to hit your shot, and then the other thing about soggy ground, you get winter greens, temporary greens. They're just not the same, are they? Mm. You've gone round, you've got a birdie, but you can't even take a birdie. You gone one under on the hole, and you can't take the birdie because it's just not really a proper birdie. Especially when some courses make the temporary green pins like a bucket. It's just not the same. It's not the same. Although having said that, I did birdie at Mile End, and I did write that down on my scorecard, and I did get saved on my phone. So next time I do play in the summer, I will compare myself to that. But
yeah, I have to agree with you with the Sodding Ground, and I think we all know as a group I'm not too good on my centre of gravity for some reason. I've slipped around quite a bit over the summer, and that wasn't even sodden conditions. So we know how slippy it can get out on the course. So yeah, for me, I'd have to agree with you on that con, Ed. Matty, I also agree with you very much with the layers. I like a swing. I think it was even the same for me in tennis. I had to play in shorts and a t-shirt, even if it was freezing.
Always. Yeah.
And Ben, I don't know if you were the same.
I was the same. It was a nightmare. My grip wasn't the same when I had layers on. It was top spin and that.
Exactly. But yeah, Matty, I totally agree with you. I like to have a free swing, and I like it to be warm and sunny. Again, Ben makes a valid point on a crisp morning. When you
Crisp,
go.
that's the word I was looking for. Crisp.
Yeah.
I love a crisp morning.
Ethereal.
When the frost starts to come as well, and you get like a little frosty, dewy morning.
That's it.
Oh, I agree.
Cool.
Like when Ben mentioned that we played that early morning about a year and a half ago now. It was nice. It really was. And then you fat the ball, don't you? You know, you just fat it, and it's like frozen ground. It's just not pleasant, is it? Like, I mean, we're all guilty. Like, and then it sends that like tingle up your hands and like it kills. Like, what's that about? You know, in the summer you can take a wedge out the ground and that ball's still travelling. You know. Sorry, but yeah, that's another depressing statement.
So I've just cut my wrist again, Matty, for the second time. It's okay.
That valid points, Matty. Valid, very.
No, I agree with you, Matty. I agree with you.
And yeah, I think going back to that kind of picturesque landscape view that you do get on those crisp mornings, which we do also have to remember are few and far between. It could just be sodden and raining, and you could just be out there in a raincoat. So yeah, and we don't get to play as much golf, really, do we?
Yeah.
The nights are.
It does take out those evenings, and that's something I should have mentioned in the cons. Like, I think until maybe middle of September, perhaps, I was playing golf 4 or 5 times a week, because I could play 3 times in the week, or maybe even more, because you could get a full. So, we were getting 18 holes in an evening. Yeah. Now, I mean, in the UK anyway, I know it's different in different parts of the world, but obviously here, if we're playing golf after work kind of thing, we're lucky to get 9 holes in. Whereas, you know, it was light at 10 o'clock only a few months ago, and obviously now we're far from that, and it won't be will be a while until that's back again. But you know, we will concentrate that enjoyment down into a couple of rounds rather than 4 or 5. But that's okay.
For sure. I mean,
go
on, Ed.
I have one answer to all of these cons. Invest in some proper gear. Now, I have something to show you. No, it's a lie. We're not big enough to get sponsors, so unfortunately I can't show you any good kit because I don't fucking own any and I'm too tight to buy any. But I have just ordered some proper shoes, and I think those are going to benefit me significantly.
Who they buy, Ed?
They're Callaway, so they're Callaway shoes. They are, I believe, the spikeless ones. I mean, this is amateur at its best, isn't it? I mean, not a clue. They've got cool little spikes on the bottom, which look like.
What colour are they?
They are grey and white.
Grey. They're the grey ones.
Huh?
Oh, I know them ones. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, they're pretty cheap because, like I said, I'm too tight to buy any proper one. But yeah, so hopefully waterproof, stop my feet getting wet, and hopefully I'll be able to stand up. I'll let you know.
Fair enough.
Ed and Joe playing golf in their tennis shoes is like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction. They are like all over the gaff. It's hilarious.
It was Joe when he fell off the edge of the green, slid all the way down. I thought, oh, he's done okay here, and then just went straight back up on himself, straight back up the green.
That's a good point, actually. This isn't really winter, but a few weeks ago when we were playing in what can only be described as monsoon season, it's like those cartoons, those old cartoons where the character will like be running on the spot because they're running so quickly. Joe's legs going between him while he tries to maintain balance, and he turned up on his ass. It's pretty good. Hopefully some more of that to come in the winter.
I had whiplash. I could have claimed on insurance.
Should have done.
I could have got into a car crash on purpose and claimed whiplash.
We could have put that money back into the Fantastic Four. But no.
That's a strategy idea we can bring in. So yeah. So I suppose winter golf, not the best, but it's okay. It'll get you through. Probably a good time to focus on your technique. Not that any of us will. A good time to push yourselves. Not that any of us will. A good time to think and reflect. Not that any of us will. But winter golf in general, yeah, good, but not the best. I suppose that draws to a close that particular topic, and we might pick it up as we get through the winter as well. Maybe an updated. How's your winter going?
What's one thing you want to achieve through the winter? Between now and March, you've got one goal.
Okay.
Good question.
What's it going to be? No.
For me, it is to Ed, what's yours?
Mine is to, I think winter golf exaggerates your contact. So I think in summer golf, if you thin it or fat it, you get away with it a bit more. But you have to make sure you're striking it. Like to play winter golf, you know whether you're striking it nicely or not. So I'm just going to focus on trying to really connect with the ball, really go deep with the ball, and have a
spiritually.
Be at one with the ball and guide and carry the ball to the hole.
Nice. Ben?
Yeah, I don't think my goals are changing that much. My desire, my overruling desire at the moment, which seems to be the be all and end all. I just want to shoot a single figure over par round. That's what I want to do. And that isn't going to change for the winter. I still think I have the potential to do that in the winter. I want to play more 18 holes because I want to improve my mental and physical stamina to be able to perform for that duration of time. And I don't think the winter is any excuse to stop that or to rein in that ambition. But I've got till March, we've got another couple of months. Oh God, that's not very far away, is it? Another 4 or 5 months maybe. And I think with some persistence that might come. So winter is not going to take over my dreams, shall we say? I will not be hindered.
Question: if you scored a single figure over par round, and there was one temporary green on the course, would you still count it as a valid single figure round?
No. I don't think I could.
There we have it, sports fans. Do not make temporary greens.
Ultimately, I mean, we discussed this. Temporary greens, whether you guys at home have used temporary greens or not, I don't know. I don't advise it, but we used them the other day and it was quite good fun. We still enjoyed it, and it makes for a slightly different. Well, Matt didn't because I beat him, but it makes for a new challenge. I think it works on your short game 100%. That definitely is a factor, but maybe it's not quite as truthful and honest and pure as playing on regular greens. But
nice.
Yeah, my goals aren't going to change for the winter.
Matty, your winter takeaway, and it can't be a kebab.
Well, you do know I love a kebab, but no, as you know, I know you guys haven't witnessed it yet. You're looking forward to Sunday, but I have changed the driving swing. So I actually do think over winter this will help me quite a lot to get more distance. It was not technically great, and I'm not sure it still is now, but it was a bit low. It was a bit low, and during summer I could get away with it running quite far. So for winter, definitely higher, longer, and hopefully it doesn't plug in to the ground and I lose it.
Winter rules, Matt. You're all good. Winter rules.
No, I want to find it though.
Nah.
Matty,
so for me, that's it.
You sound thrilled about that goal, so don't get too excited.
Oh, it might not work.
Matt is the new golf Andy Murray.
I'm better looking, thank you.
Wow, his wife, his girlfriend's better looking than yours. That's one. Jesus, she's all right. What's her name?
Kim.
Kim, if you're watching, you know where to reach us.
Ben is a fan. Brilliant.
Your winter golf.
Hey, Judy's all right too. Just saying.
Judy. Was that Julie or Judy?
Judy, isn't it?
So yeah, sorry.
I know my stuff.
Well, I suppose we better get back to me very quickly about what my goal is. Let's get back to some good stuff. Well, like High School Musical 1, there's a song that resonates with me deeply, and it's Breaking Free. Zac Efron. And,
I don't believe I know that song, Joe. Can we have a quick rendition?
we're breaking free. We're soaring. There's not a star in heaven.
You have Matty lead that song.
Yeah. So essentially, what I mean is, I'd like to break free of the shackles that seem to be holding me in my place and hit with a freer swing, essentially. And I think this was brought up in the PGA Live 365 episode, which listeners, please do go back to and listen as well. It's a cracking listen. But I think I need to get a bit more relaxed with my swing. I think I've got to a stage now where I feel pretty comfortable. As Ben quoted on the golf course the other day, you've got the best strike among all four of us. Thank you. The most consistent strike. Iron strike. Well, I don't hit a driver, so obviously I don't have a driver strike, do I?
No.
So I think breaking free for me. Yeah. That's good. I like it.
Wonderful.
I like it. And we've probably been going longer than we actually already anticipated, but we were going to tidy things up with a bit of a news round and make it slightly topical. And last week, Tyrrell Hatton won the PGA. What was it? European PGA.
The BMW Championship.
BMW Championship at Wentworth. And the attire was, new attire was something of a piece of controversy and/or topical point. He was wearing an athletic hoodie. Thoughts, comment discussion on the hoodie. I'll start off because I quite like it. I'm game for a hoodie. Like the hoodie, strong hoodie. Big fan of the hoodie. Easy, relaxed, breaking free, etc. I like it.
I'll second that. I think it's not a hoodie. It's a relatively smart branded hoodie, which I think still ties in with the kind of fundamentals of just looking smart. Like across any sport, you just got to you got to look smart. All tennis players will wear smart branded kit. He's wearing a smart branded kit. It's not like it's not got massive, bright, horrible coloured branding all over it. I think it's a bit refreshing for golf.
Nice.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I'm not, hey, all respect to him, but I don't think I would wear one purely because I don't think I'd ever have my hood up on a golf course. So I then don't see the need to wear a hoodie. As silly as that, as maybe as petty as that might be, but talking about swinging free, if I've got a hood over my head, that's going to be, I wouldn't like that. The style and perhaps the issues people have with etiquette, I don't think it's an issue at all. I think that Tyrrell Hatton's quite an outspoken bloke anyway. He's quite vocal. I feel like he's the last person that would care whether people want him to wear a hoodie or not. And again, it's not warm, kids. It's October, so why not wear a hoodie? Layer up, stay comfy, and frankly, if you're going to play well enough to win the BMW championships, then wear what you want. I can't argue with you. So, Matthew?
Yeah, we just discussed winter. I mean, it looked fairly a bit warmer. So, I mean, you've pretty much covered it by yourselves there, guys. But no, I'm not against it. I wouldn't wear the hood myself, as in I wouldn't mind the hoodie. I wouldn't put the hood up, just as Ben said, for like freedom. I'd put a cap on, fine. But yeah, I mean, I'm not against the hoodie at all. It didn't look so bad. I quite liked it actually. So yeah, I'm all for it.
I knew you'd be all for it, Matthew.
The question on everyone's lips is: will we see Matthew Lee in a hoodie on a golf course anytime soon?
No.
Wow. There you go, guys.
Exclusive.
There's the headline. Exclusive.
Put that in the TikTok video.
Yeah.
You might see me though. I quite like it.
Yeah, Joe does like a hoodie.
I do like it. What was the next news topic?
CJ Cup.
Oh yeah.
PGA Cup.
Pick your winner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Firstly,
Yeah.
sorry, interesting groups. There's some great groups. So teeing off on Thursday, we've got John Rahm, Tyrrell Hatton, and Matthew Wolff group up together.
Agree.
We've also got on the Friday Colin Morikawa, Xander Schauffele, and Victor Hovland,
Nice.
as well as Justin Thomas, Brooks Koepka, and Sung Jae Im. What a couple of groups they are! But yeah, boys, pick your winner. Ben, who's your winner for this week?
Right, I've put some thought into this, and I've got to say, I think we might see a slightly different leaderboard this week, and I could be so wrong here, but having seen a lot of the course, I've seen a few videos from the course. The one I'm thinking of, Eric Anders Lang played there a few years ago, who you may have heard of. And unlike a lot of championship-style courses, I think this has a certain level of difficulty, which plenty of the American-style championship courses don't. It's a lot tighter, a lot more undulating, and I think there's going to require some more accurate golf. And I think what we saw last weekend with the likes of DeChambeau and what have you going at greens, I don't think that's going to be the play this week. And I think it's going to take a bit more of a classical, traditional approach to golf with safe, accurate golf shots. So I'm going to say my call is Justin Thomas. I'm going to pull that out of the hat. I think he's played well lately, and I think he has a better, more perhaps logical and traditional style, which I think might suit him well here. That's my pick.
Matty, over to you. Who's your pick?
Yeah, going off what Ben just said about it being, you need to be slightly more accurate on this course. I'd say it was a couple of weeks back, 2 or 3 weeks back. I'm not sure of the course because I wasn't really paying attention. But Matt Wolff had, I think, 13. He'd only played 15 holes, 14 holes, and he'd found off the tee 13 of those fairways. And just going off something like that, I think that could be quite important. So I want to go with him. Also, his first name is brilliant. So just chucking it out there.
That's a
So I'm
great
going to go with him.
Great use of a cheeky piece of data, that is, Matty. Like that a lot. Joseph, who's your pick for the CJ Cup?
Well, thank you for going to me, Edward. I've had long and hard thoughts about this, nightmares even, about who's going to win the CJ Cup. And, well, I feel like John Rahm. I think he was number one. Is he still number one? No. He's lost.
Maybe. I don't think so.
I don't know. Is it Justin Thomas who's number one now?
I think DJ's still number one.
I wouldn't know.
Because he won the FedEx Cup.
Wait there. Hey Siri.
She won't know.
You've ruined it now. Who is number one in the world in men's golf?
Okay, I found this on the web for who is number one in the world in men's golf. Check it out.
Does it say my name?
No, it doesn't actually. It says number one. Oh, it's botched it. It's not Bernard Langer. That's 1986. No.
Incoming.
No, it's so John Rahm. I feel like he's lost a bit of the limelight on him recently, and I think he wants to get that back. So I'm backing him. That's my pick.
Thank you, Joe. I can confirm it is DJ at the top there at the minute with John Rahm in second. Dustin Johnson on top, John Rahm in second.
I don't know.
And Justin Thomas at third. For me, JT is winning this week. I know nothing about the CJ Cup course, and I'm not going to pretend to. I've just seen some ridiculous videos of Justin Thomas playing there really well over the last few years, and I read somewhere on the news that he's one of the professionals' picks, so I'm going to back him. Should you put some money on it?
By professionals' picks, do you mean my pick?
No. Sorry.
It's all good. It's totally fine.
Got someone on Sky Sports.
No.
Well, I think
Sure.
that brings to a close news round for this week on Amateur Hour. And I think draws to an end the podcast in general. We've gone over winter golf. We've said that Matty Lee is the Andy Murray of golf, and he looks absolutely thrilled with that. We've talked about some of the current themes and trends well, not even current themes and trends, just what's going on in golf. And we hopefully will join you next time in episode 10 with another interview. If not, it'll be us rambling it again. But after that, we'll have another interview with someone from the continent of North America, and we'll be making a comparison to European/British golf. So, exactly. So I hope you can join us then.
That sounds great, Joe. Where can people find us?
That's well.
What?
Tell you. Well, where can't they find us is the real question. We're
Everywhere.
on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube. We were going to be on Twitter, but I didn't see any point in putting us on Twitter. By this time, our website will be live, and you can find us at https://www. That's World Wide Web for those not succumb to that. thefantastic4.com. Matty looks so thrilled with this. And I think that's where you can find us. So we look forward to hearing from you very soon. Oh, well, we don't look forward to hearing from you. We hope you can listen to us, more importantly. Thank you very much. Bye.
That was good.